Nigeria debuted at the Olympic Games in 1952 and has won a total of 27 medals, 3 gold, 11 silver and 13 bronze medals. This has raised concerns among experts who believe Nigeria as the great art nation and giant of Africa, as well as blessed with vibrant youth population, should be making podium finishes at Olympics. The issue of just competing and not winning medals in some sports over the years has raised the key question: should attention be on individual sports or multiple medal prospects, or team sports with single medal prospects? Team Nigeria flag will be visible at the 2024 Paris Games. Athletes are competing in 12 sports, including weightlifting. And today, as sports administrator and academic, Dr. Ibrahim Abdul, the president of the Nigeria Weightlifting Federation, will provide insight on chances of Nigeria's weightlifters at the Paris Olympics and other games. Dr. Ibrahim, thank you so much for joining us on Insights.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon, viewers.
Thank you so much. Now, let's begin with an assessment of previous outings by Nigeria to the Olympics. Those outings, were they worth the while?
Yes, for me, for Olympics, most importantly is for you to participate. When you participate, you become an Olympian, and so being an Olympian is a very big thing for every athlete. So it's not really about winning alone, it's about participation, and we hope this time we will be able to win more medals in addition to the participation.
Okay, if you say it's more than just winning medals, but for some countries it's actually about the medals, which brings you on a pedestal.
Olympics is a very big stage. The stage is where you have every country competing. And so considering the fact that we have a lot of youthful population and the rest, we always believe we should be winning in most of the sports. But sports is beyond what we think now. It's not just about having the talent. So there's a lot that is all encompassing. And so when you put all these things together, is what gives you the podium performance. So this current administration, we're very serious, and we've done, there's a lot on ground to see how we could win more medals in addition to the participation. But most importantly, to be an Olympian is the highest honor any athlete is on earth will be honored with. So it's not just, it's about being there. Most importantly.
What does it take to be a weightlifter to represent Nigeria? Because I'm actually considering taking up one.
Yeah, to be a weightlifter is it's just like every other sport, and it's enjoyable. Okay. It's a sport that is very, very, that you need a lot of dedication. It's not just, and you must be disciplined. It starts from a foundation. You start from the basics to the point where you get to become a professional. But it also, your body category also determine the category you compete for. And you see, for now, if you wish to be a weightlifter, we'll be very happy, because these days our women are doing very, very well in weightlifting, and so having you, it will be a very great addition to us.
But from what I see on TV, when we see weightlifters, I don't think it's a very easy thing to do.
No, it's just like any others, but it's very enjoyable.
Wow.
If you are used to it, you will not even go a day without it. You see, if it's something that is, the athletes are always in the gym on a daily basis. Nobody tell them, nobody force them. They know what it is. They enjoy it. We enjoy the game. It's a game I like to watch. It's a game I'm very passionate about. And in fact, if you go outside this country, the followership is really, really, really unprecedented. And in Nigeria also, we have a lot of followers. Our athletes are doing very, very well. You may also recall that recently, from the outing at the African Games, we won the highest amount of medals for this country. We won 16 gold medals, and it's even in Rabat also the same thing. We won the highest gold amount of medals for the country. So we know what's expected of us, and we try our possible best to make the country proud whenever we are out there.
Okay, from your explanation, can we start believing again that weightlifting will add to Nigeria's medal tally at the Olympics after successes at the African Games, Commonwealth Games, and various international championships?
Yes, for us, we will try our possible best. We have just 2 lifters that will be participating at the Olympics. You know, our qualification series is one of the hardest in major sport activity. You have to go through 5 major qualifying series where you go to 3 world championship. You know what that means. So you see, and more than 130 country participated. Few of less than 60, just 120 athletes are lucky to be in the Olympics, and by special grace of God, Nigeria will be there with 2 of our lifters, and I'm very positive that they will put up their best, and by special grace of God will win medals. You know, for us, we are used to winning. So when you are used to winning, you can't just go and participate. When you work very hard, but it's not because we're only used to winning. We work very, very hard. We put up the work. When you put up the hard work, what do you expect in return? Mm-hmm. You only get reward for that. For us, we've been in the camp for the past 3 months, more than even that. Before then, we had the African Game Camp. Before the African Game Camp, we had our African Senior Championship in Egypt. We had a preparation. Before then also, we were in Qatar. So all those things build up to where we are today. The athletes are very, very ready. As we speak to you today, they will be traveling from our training camp in Germany to France for another training camp that will be organized by our African body, the WFA, to prepare all the athletes that are qualified for the Olympics from Africa. Just the 11 athletes that qualify for the Olympics. So the athletes are already on their way to France for that leg of the preparation, and hopefully from there we move to the Olympic Games village in preparation for the Olympic. But I can tell you something. You can take this from this discussion that we are very, very ready. As usual, it's in our nature to always be ready and do our best. Be rest assured, we'll put up more than 100%. If there's anything more than 100%, the athletes are willing to do it for the country. They are very passionate about our great nation.
Okay. I like the fact that you are very optimistic. But beyond weightlifting, what are the chances of winning several medals this time? Because we heard that we are not going to the games with a full squad. What could be responsible?
Yes, you see, to qualify for the Olympics now is not really easy. It's not. You have to go through. Usual? Yeah, you have to go through the qualification series. So you see, to go through the qualification series is very difficult because you are going to compete with all the countries in the world to get a slot. Gone are those days where you just go to where you get white card and it gives you automatic qualification. This one, you must be the best. Like, let me use weightlifting for example. You must rank between the 1st and 10th to qualify for any slot in the Olympics. So that goes to every other federation. But however, the few that we have are very, very ready. I can tell you this. The Honorable Minister for Sport had put up all the necessary arrangements in collaboration with the Nigerian Olympic Committee. We work hand in hand with the Ministry of Sport, the Honorable Minister and his team, and also the Nigerian Olympic Committee, the President of the Nigerian Olympic Committee and his team. And so when we put all these things together, at the end of the day, it will come out positive. So it's not really more about the numbers; it's about the quality. This time around, we are going for quality rather than quantity. You know, and so when you go with this, that is what also happened at the African Games, and you could see the numbers of medals Nigerian won. We came second at the just concluded All African Game that took place in Ghana.
Yes.
We didn't go with the full team like we used to do, but at least you could see how it was, how we went.
Okay, the competition will begin in a few days. What has your federation done to build capacity of coaches and weightlifters to see that we keep the flag high in Paris?
Just recently, beginning of this month, we had a coaching course. We brought in an American by the name Professor Kyle to train our coaches. We had more than 30-something coaches that came from all over the states. You know, it was every state has its representative, and it was a very successful. It was a level 1 and level 2 coaching course that we did. The coaches were able to learn new techniques, new protocol to the games and all, and so it was very, very successful. But the coaches that we have in camp are very, very experienced. They are Olympians. They competed for Nigerian. Mr. Ojade, Coach Ojade from River State. He's an Olympian. He competed for the country, and above all, he has a record that has not been broken up to today. So he's one of the best coaches that we have. And we also have a technical director by the name Coach Chris. He's very, very experienced. You could see he's a technical director. He's done everything. And so for the both of them will make sure they'll put up their best, and by a special grace of God, we will win medals by His grace.
All right. Okay, before we talk about your expectations from Paris 2024, what efforts are made to improve on weightlifting in the grassroots?
Okay, so for me, before now, weightlifting was not in the last Olympics, and it's because we did not qualify. So we felt there was need for us to start again. And starting again means going back to the grassroots. We had series of competition nationally for both youth, junior, and senior competition championship. We identified talents, and we started nurturing the talents. Even though some of the athletes that are here now were athletes that we inherited, but we also built new athletes. And for us, it's not just about the ones that are here today. We are looking at a continuous process. The process that had made us who we are as a federation today is because we believe in nurturing new athletes. So in November, to be precise, after the Olympics, we are going to have also a youth junior and senior championship. This championship is aimed at discovering new athletes, is aimed at building the young ones. And you could also remember that there was also youth sport festival that took place sometime last year. We discovered some new athletes from there. We're also working, the coaches are also working with them to see how they can transform, how they can grow to become national athletes. You understand? So that's what in the few years from now, the athletes you will be seeing will be new athletes, because they have what it takes now to represent the nation at the big stage. And so we want to expose them. We'll be also going to Bahrain for the World Championship, sometimes in November or December. I can't really say with certainty. But we are not going to go with any of the old athletes. We want to just bring in those new ones that we have to see what they can do, and test their skills with the best of the best in the world.
Okay, now let's talk about your expectations from Paris 2024. What will be your expectations?
Let me speak for weightlifting. Okay. For weightlifting, I am very, very sure, by a special grace of God, that we'll do first of all, we'll put the hard work we've done, we'll put in our best, and I'm sure on that day our best will be good enough.
For real?
Yes.
All right. Dr. Ibrahim Abdullah, I want to thank you so much for joining us on Insight today. Thank you very much for your thoughts.
Thank you very much.
And we hope that Team Nigeria will definitely make us proud in Paris. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And that's it on this episode of the program. Thank you so much for being with us. We promise to bring you yet another interesting and exciting episode of Insight next week. My name is Nnamdi Odiko.
And I'm Elizabeth Omori. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.